Alrighty, welcome back everyone to 3 Aces Mandy Through the Forgotten Age. After a bit of a slog through Boundary Beyond and Heart of the Elders Part 1, we are back with Part of the Elders Part 2, which hopefully is a much more enjoyable viewing experience rather than watching me slog through Part of the Elders Part 1 for roughly 2 hours, which was brutal to say the least. Let's see, so as far as the scenario itself, it's pretty easily set up, and thanks to TTS, it's already all pretty much done for us. And since we aren't allowed to spend any experience between parts 1 and 2, there aren't any changes to the deck either, and no changes to the supplies as well, so we're going to be rolling with these supplies pretty much for the rest of the campaign, I believe. So that will be that, and without any further ado, let's take a look at our act and agenda decks here. So the agenda has the action to explore if there's no clues on our location, and the first act simply just has us getting 3 clues. Welcome to the chat, everybody. Nice to see you guys. Hopefully we can crush it today. I'm hoping for a better outcome than the past couple of scenarios. Taking a look at the board here real quick, we start at the mouth of Canyon as an action to resign, and we can check our supplies for the compass, which we unfortunately don't have. So I'll go ahead and give the exploration deck a shuffle here, and we are on turn 1. All right, so let's draw our opening 7-card hand here. Okay, wow, that's hilarious. Okay, so we have all 3 aces in our opening hand. I don't... The relic doesn't really do a whole lot for us, I don't think. So we can probably get rid of this. Elusive, kind of the same story. I think we just get rid of these and draw 40 cards here. That's hilarious. Okay, well, that's a thing. So let's see what we get here. Ooh, and we get the expedition journal too. That's nice. Unfortunately, we draw this revelation, but that comes with the territory, I guess. Okay, so not too bad of an opening hand here. We definitely get to... I think we want to aggressively use these aces. So I'm going to try to just use them pretty much on whatever test we get first. I worry that if we try to hold on to them and get greedy, that we'll just draw an amnesia, and then these will just be... what's that survivor card? Glimmer of Hope at that point. So we're gonna try to avoid that. Now let's first action play the exploration journal. Okay, so we have no clues on our location, so really all we have to do is go ahead and explore here. Oops. Okay, let's see what we get. A pitfall. Okay, so, or final mistake rather. So Revelation, test agility 2. This test gets +1 difficulty for each doom on your location. If you fail, you take 2 damage. Okay, so we're just going to 3-ace that. So, boop. So we will succeed that. And we'll go ahead and, why is it not stacking the cards? There we go. So we'll go ahead and gain 3 resources and draw 3 cards. Our draws are a Mind Over Matter, a Mr. Rook, and an Easy Mark. So, let's see, next action, let's play Rook, I guess, for 3 resources. And we have 1 action left with our turn. Now would actually be a pretty good time to see if we can draw out our amnesia, so let's do that. So I'm going to use my first charge of Rook. The top 9, take 2. Okay, so we find Astounding Revelation. That's cool. Again, with this occult evidence, I never seem to actually be able to trigger it. And let's see, so our other targets are Pathfinder. We have to take this 13th vision as well, so we have Pathfinder, Elusive, second Mr. Rook, Dream Enhancing Serum, Ancient Stone, second Easy Mark, and occult evidence. Let's see, as far as options go, Pathfinder's not really that useful to us. Second Mr. Rook could be useful. It just allows us to find the segments that much faster, and our amnesia. So part of me kind of wants to take that. The problem with Dream Enhancing Serum and Amnesia is that they're kind of like antagonistic towards each other, right? Because Dream Enhancing Serum wants you to have a really large hand and duplicates of copies of cards in your hand, whereas Amnesia wants you to not do that. So I don't think I'm going to take the Serum. I don't think I'm going to take Pathfinder. There's no enemies for Elusive. Occult Evidence is out. So it's really just a matter of whether or not I want to take Ancient Stone or if I want to take Easy Mark. Getting Ancient Stone, getting that down might be helpful for City of Archives. So we don't really have a ton of ways of dealing with enemies, especially as a Yithian. So one option is to take Stone plus Easy Mark, another option is to take Rook, Stone, and then I guess really the other option is to take Easy Mark and Rook. And then we could spend our last action, if we did that, playing the 2 Easy Marks. Alternatively, we could spend our last action playing Ancient Stone and getting that set up. I think I'm gonna go Stone Easy Mark. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. So this turn, yeah, it's kind of what I figure too. I figure, especially drawing 2 cards, we'll find it pretty easily. My only real concern is actually having the time to play it. But we have 1 action left with our turn, and it's a debate between playing the Stone and playing the Easy Marks, and I kind of think I want to get the Stone down first before I play Easy Marks, because it's like not the end of the world if we have to get rid of these to Amnesia. So I'm going to spend my last action to do that. Oops. And then we'll just go right into Upkeep here. So we'll draw a card. Gain a resource. We draw Old Book of Lore. Okay, so we dodge that bullet for at least another turn. We're in turn 2 of Mythos phase. Oops. And we're at 1 Doom of 7. And let's see what we get for our encounter card here. Oh, and we get Entombed. That's fun. Okay, so we have to put it into play into our threat area. We can't disengage from enemies or move. And then we have to test agility or combat 4 to break out. And if we succeed, it discards, and if we fail, we reduce the difficulty of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah, you've been playing a lot of Lola recently. Yeah, so let's see. Entombed. We have options. We could use Mind Over Matter and commit like Revelation and Eureka. And that'd be what, 7v4? Putting us up everything over the +2, that's not too bad. I mean, we don't really have much else of a choice at this point. So let's, I guess, start. I think I want to start by doing that first. I want to get rid of this first. Alternatively, we could spend 2 actions to get rid of this, and then get rid of this. And then following turn, Easy Mark, and go from there. We could Rook first, too, see what we get. Problem is I don't want to draw Amnesia first. I'd rather do the things I need to do first. So I think I'm going to get rid of this. And then what's last action? Entombed, but I'll play, let's see, P3. Yeah, I think it's worth it. So we'll use that, and then that'll be 6, 7. Okay, so 4v7. Chaosbeg says 0. Very nice. So we'll trigger Eureka, and I think I'll look at 6 and draw a card. Okay, so we find Shocking Discovery. So that's good, we get that out of the way too. Alright, so let's see what our encounter card is. Oh, Oh, come on. Wow, that is brutal. Ugh. Well, thanks, Mr. Rook. You're gonna take most of that hit for me, pal. Appreciate it. Okay, so the Serpent from Yoth is a humanoid monster serpent enemy with 3 combat, 5 health, and 3 evade. While there are 1 or more vengeance points in the victory display, it gains retaliate. While there's 2 or more, it gains hunter. And while there's 3 or more, it takes 1 less damage from each attack. Ugh, 5 health. That is so brutal. Oy vey. Okay, so enemy phase. That guy's he's gonna take a good chunk at Mr. Rook here. And then we'll take a horror as well. Man, that serpent was quite scary. Let's go into Upkeep. Draw a card and gain a resource. So we'll draw deduction, and we'll gain a resource here. And we'll go right into turn 3. 2 Doom of 7 here. And let's see what we draw. Creeping Poison. Ugh, come on. Okay, crap. I don't want to lose Rook just yet. So let's do that. Come on. Alright, Fang of Yig. 3/3/3, prey poison enemy, has retaliate, and while it's engaged with a poison investigator, that investigator cannot play cards or commit cards to skill test. You have to be fucking kidding me. Crap. Okay, well, that was unexpected. Apparently we'll just get bogged with 2 enemies turn 1. Now I really regret using that mind over matter. I should have explored last turn. That was stupid. I would have had I not drawn this enemy. Okay, well, let's see here. One option is to just... Oh, no, we can't even commit cards. So I think we just have to, like, try to raw dog evade here. Crap. Okay, let's see here. Otherwise, we die. This Rook takes 1, and then we take 1, and then we die. And then we have 5 physical trauma, and that's just awful. Yeah, first action, evade? Yeah, I could. We're at turn 3. We've had 2 Mythos faces. I might. Depends. So if I die here, right, like, there's no... I don't think there's any reasonable way I survive City of Archives. I'd have to buy a thermos, and then I can't even use that to heal because City of Archives takes all your items. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking. Because if I miraculously, like, pass evading this thing, I could try to, like, commit these 2 easy marks to go 2 up, and then go from there. So I think that's kind of what I have to do. So we'll try to evade this first action here. 3v3. Okay. Try it again. Wow, okay. So there's that. So we evade him. And then... I think now that I'm disengaged from this, it might be worth my time to try to Rook here. So we'll look at 9, take 2. Perfect. Okay. There's the amnesia. Oh, crap. Okay. Thankfully there's no segments in here. We don't really find any useful agility icons. We find an elusive. So one option is to, like, take this deduction out of our deck. We have to take this amnesia. And then I guess we'll keep the easy mark in our deck. I guess Dream Enhancing Serum's the next worst card in our deck. So... hold on. Eureka's not terrible either. I just I just kind of remembered that there's no location for us to move to with elusive, so that's unfortunately not really an option, so it's just an agility icon. I think it's still kind of my best bet, though, unfortunately. Yeah, I probably should have waited, but I don't think I had much of a choice, so. Oops. Okay, so we'll resolve this amnesia. And then I guess we'll discard everything but this elusive. And then go 1-up on the test. Yeah, okay. So this enemy phase, Rook would die, I would take a horror. And then I'd have to try to evade next turn with nothing in hand. Ugh, this doesn't bode well. Okay, yeah, let's just see what we draw, I guess. Segment, it's not helpful. If I had drawn a decoy there, I think it would have been fine. Like, decoy would have been the exact draw. Because then I could have evaded and explored. But I think now I'm just dead. I have to get super lucky here. And my encounter card has to not kill me. So, Peril, Revelation, choose a location where there's at least one investigator, place a doom, and then each investigator takes a horror. Okay. Oops. So there is a horror now, or a doom on the mouth of Kinyan now. Okay, so options. I don't want to commit this segment. I think what I want to do is play it. The reason why I don't want to commit it is because if I don't evade these two things, I'm just dead anyway. And going 1-up will save me on one test, but it won't save me on the other. And I can't evade this thing anyway, or use this to commit it anyway, so. All right, first action, 3v3. My god, wow, okay. Second action, 3v3. What? Yes, excellent. Haha, it's better to be lucky than it is to be good. Excellent, excellent. Glorious, glorious. All right. Now let's see if we can get lucky exploring here. TTS bug helping me out here. Oh, and we find no turning back. Okay, so attach this to my location or a connecting location. Investigators cannot enter or leave attached location. Come on. Go off already. And the test combat 3, yeah, there's no way. If I succeed or have the pickaxe. Oh, okay, I see. So you get to auto succeed if you have the pickaxe. I have the pickaxe, right? Yeah. Okay, last action. Pickaxe, let's go. So can I get lucky second turn in a row? Let's see here. Right, upkeep. We will draw a card. Easy mark, okay. Not helpful. Come on, where's the decoy? If I had drawn decoy, man, we would have like had an actual game, I think, on our hands here. Okay, turn 5. Oops, we're at 4 doom of 7. Okay. God damn it. Yeah, now I'm just stuck. This is game. I have to evade exactly all of these. If I draw like mono zeros or mono elder signs. Okay, what is that? -1? Yeah. Alright, so that's GG. So yeah, I mean, we could restart. We literally did nothing essentially, except explore a couple times and die. I think that's like the problem, is that I just have too much trauma to like even have a real game. it wouldn't be too hard to recreate the exploration deck. So it was this and this, right? Yeah. So let's see. Out of 6 encounter cards, half of them are enemies. That's brutal. EX. Okay. Yeah, so we would have 5 trauma. Yeah, I don't know though. Maybe? I'll try it again just for posterity's sake, but like maybe we don't draw an enemy in the first couple of turns and then we can leave and actually have a location to we'll see. I will retry it though, just for the sake of humoring you, Matt. All right, so let's see. Let's restart the turn counter here, and reset this to 0. I think everything else is pretty much set. Yeah. Let's try this again. Let's draw our opening 7 cards here. Okay, let's get rid of this and then see what we get for a replacement. Okay, so Journal and Rook are good. These are obvious mulligans. Eureka's an obvious mulligan. Segment is tempting to keep. Decoy is also very tempting to keep, especially given the way our last game went. I don't have quite enough resources to play all these cards. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking too. It's like they're cards I'm gonna want in my hand anyway. Yeah, if I can get it online early enough, it certainly would. So maybe that's what we do. We'll see. So let's draw 3 cards here. Okay, so we find second Mr. Rook, extensive research, and deduction. Okay, let's, I guess, kind of start the same way here. Let's start by playing these 2. Then 1, 2, 3. Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. That was what I wanted to do. Okay, so part of me wants to wait a turn to use Rook, simply because I want to be able to play this segment to be able to protect it from amnesia. None of the other cards in my hand are as important. Yeah, because there's nowhere to do that. So let's just explore here. Use the journal to explore. Okay, crystal pillars. Is that connected? That is not connected. Perilous Gulch is also not connected. That is also not connected. All right, so is that connected? Dude, for real? Wow, okay, so we've found every other location. Okay, yeah. Figures. Okay, so we find no turning back here with this action, and then we'll spend an action in the pickaxe to do this. Is this the location I'm supposed to? Jesus Christ. Yeah, probably was. That must have been bugged from... No, it's definitely part 2. Let me double check here. Ah, the deeps beneath? I was supposed to use this one. So yeah, that was a fuck up. Alright, so I wouldn't have been able to do any of this. So hold on while I casually... Yeah, fuck all this up. Alright, so I would have had this action back. And now let's just try exploring again for real this time. Okay, so we find a location. There we go. But I can't fucking do this. What am I doing? Jesus Christ. Okay, so we need to investigate. That's the thing we need to do. I will guess go 5 up. Could hold on to this too. Nah, we'll go 5 up. So actually learning how to play this game and learning how to read cards. This is a 2 shroud, 1 clue location, and we can check our supplies for the map. And if we have the map, we can look at the top 2 cards of the exploration deck and discard each treachery looked at by this effect and then shuffle, which I believe we do actually have the map, which you do. Okay, so let's play this game correctly for the first time ever, apparently. So we are investigating 5 up, 7v2 here, and we get a -3. And now we can explore. Now we can do this. Okay. Alright, so we go to the Dark Hollow. So after it enters play, we have to check our supplies, and we have the map, so we don't have to place an additional clue on it. Very nice. It has 3 shroud and a victory point, and spawns with a single clue. All right, now we're kicking with gas here. So let's actually move into Upkeep. Let's draw no stone and turn, gain a resource, and actually play the game for once. Very nice. All right, turn 2, Mythos phase. 1 Doom of 7. We have to take a poison. Well, rather, Mr. Rook will have to take a poison. And we will surge into another node, turning back. So we have to attach this to our location or a connecting location. Limit 1 per location. And we can't enter or leave the attached location. And we have to waste an action to get rid of it. Okay, I guess we'll attach it to our location. I could spawn it in the mouth too. So let's see. So I can spawn it here or I can spawn it here. So I can get to one of the same locations, but I can't get to the other one. That's, I think, okay though. I think I'm just gonna spawn it at my location and get rid of it for now. So we'll just do this first action. Okay. We don't have to succeed because we have the pickaxe. And then let's now play segment. Let's now use Rook. Okay, let's top 9, take 2. Okay, so we find Amnesia. We find Revelation. Okay, so we have to draw this Amnesia. Now I guess the target is deduction for the dud card. Okay. Here's the Astounding Revelation. Here's this and this. Okay. So we have to resolve this, and then we'll discard all of these. Fortunately, but we do one silver lining of this is we are able to protect the first segment, and we still have 2 charges on our rook. So I think we're in the running for a decent game. My biggest concern is the encounter deck just kind of screwing us over here. Okay, so we have an explore and 2 actions left. Let's... I guess I should have investigated first. That would have been smarter. Not that it's a huge deal, but let's investigate 3v5. And we get a 0. So yeah. Not that it was a huge deal, but we probably should have investigated first. Let's now explore. Oops. Okay, so let's see what we get here. We get the Vast Passages, which is connected. Okay. Spawns with a clue. Has 2 Shroud. As an additional cost for you to explore. While here you have to check your supplies. And if no investigator has the binoculars, you have to spend an additional action. But I believe I have the binoculars, so too bad for you. Which I do, so too bad. Okay, so that was our explore, and then I guess last action we'll use to investigate 2v5 here. And we get a +1. Okay, game on. Oh, geez, chat, help me here. What happens when I advance? Should I wait till next turn? There is this window in enemy phase that I can do it. Part of me wants to do it now, so I think I'm going to. Let's find out together, shall we? Okay, we're gonna spend 3 clues. So shuffle Descent of Yoth into the exploration deck. Okay, there's the Descent to Yoth. The lead investigator must choose to be the group's scout. I have to check my supplies. Haha, I have chalk. I remembered there was a use for chalk. Haha, yes. What's going on, JP? Nice to see you. So we have just advanced to Act 1B here. We are in enemy phase of turn 4, and we have chalk. Haha, yes, excellent. So we are able to avoid traveling in circles, so we suffer no ill effect. And blah, blah, blah. Otherwise, we would have to place a clue on each location, and then if the scout is on a single-sided location, to shuffle that location back into the deck, yeah. So I'm really quite glad I had chalk in this instance. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle that into the encounter deck. And our objective now is if each surviving investigator is at the depths of Yoth and there is no doom on it, we may advance. Alrighty. So pretty easy objective here, and we can't explore unless there's clues on our location. So thankfully there's no clues on our location, and we'll go ahead and move into Upkeep here. Okay. Draw a card. We draw a Dream Enhancing Serum. Okay. So that's not a terrible draw. I'm hoping for Blowgun, man. Where's Blowgun? Alright, we have a game on our hands, though, this time. So we're at 2 Doom of 7. Let's see what we get for our encounter card. You asshole. So the Serpent from Yoth has come to make his nice return, I see. Well, now we can kind of use Rook with pretty much impunity, barring Shocking Discovery. Unfortunately, we don't really have much else to deal with Rook. We have 23 cards left in our deck. So that was Mythos. Let's go here. Let's use Rook first. We're gonna have to find something here. Okay. Choosing 9 and taking 2. Okay, so we find 2 aces. Ooh, we find the 3rd segment. There we go. That's the money. Okay, so 3rd segment plus... What's the other card I want here? Is it an ace? Is it a Mind Over Matter? Is it Easy Mark? Let's see. Is it Decoy even? I think I want to take... think I want to take Easy Mark. Because now that I have Pendant, I can kind of do some silly, ridiculous things here. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, I was debating on Eureka too. So I'm going to take these two. We're going to assemble the lovely Pendant. Oops. The saving grace of our deck here. Okay. Now, let's tell this guy to buzz off. Haha. Okay, action 1. So dumb. Not even costing an action. So let's action 1. Debating on whether or not I want to easy mark first. So I could easy mark out of 3 resources, play Serum. Not a bad idea, I guess. Kind of greedy, I think. No, let's explore first. Alright, let's see what we get here. Perilous Gulch is connected, okay. So the Perilous Gulch is a 4-shroud, 1-clue location. It has a forced effect that says after you fail a skill test while investigating the Perilous Gulch, you have to check your supplies, and if no investigator has the rope, you have to place a doom on the Perilous Gulch. Okay, so now we can kind of operate with impunity here. Make sure I shuffle. So we're gonna use an action here to play Easy Mark. Gain 2 resources, draw a card. We draw the relic. Okay. So the relic is helpful. The 3 icons is definitely helpful. There isn't any duplicates. We have 9 cards, 20 cards left in our deck. So we could investigate at an 8. Seems pretty good. So I think I like playing the Serum. Feels like forever since we've actually been able to play this. And then I think I'm going to use my last action here to investigate and commit the relic here. So yeah, so 5v or 8v4 here. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, so we have to place a doom here. I don't believe we have the rope. No, we do not. So we have to place a doom there. And that will be the end of our turn. There are no enemies on the board, so we'll move right into Upkeep here. I will draw Extensive Research, okay. We'll gain a resource, and we'll move into turn 4. So we're at 4 doom of 7, and our encounter card is a Curse of Yig. Ugh. So yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of this, otherwise this could very well kill us. So it gets put into play in our threat area, gives us -1 combat. So we have a 0 combat skill now, which is amusing. We have 5 health, and we gain the Serpent trait. Has an action to test Willpower 2, which gets +1 difficulty for each vengeance in the victory display, and if you succeed, you discard it. We would be at a, what, a 1-up? It's not very appealing. So we can kind of just avoid the bag now. We have 19 cards left in our deck. So the only thing that kind of worries me about using Rook is if I find if I find Shocking Discovery and then I draw something that deals me damage and then I die because I have 5 health. Let's see here. So I could nab this clue with the pendant. Oops, this guy should have readied as well. So let's see here. We can do that. So like we could 1 action do this. Hope to pass, grab a clue, use Rook, have 2 actions and an Explore left. think that's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna hope to get lucky here with Rook. I'm going to 9 and 2 again. Okay, so we didn't get lucky, unfortunately. Alright, so we find our shocking discovery, and our encounter card is an ill omen. So choose a location where there's an investigator, and then we have to place a doom on our location. Let me take a horror. Actually, I can just place that on Mr. Rook, I guess. Well, that's unfortunate. So I guess that could have been worse. We could have died there. Let's spend an action to try to get rid of this. We're 1 up. Nice. Okay. So I could try to investigate 7v4 again. Alternatively, I could save this for another location. I think I want to try to get Pendant back into my deck as fast as possible. So I'm going to use Pendant, choose my location, and grab this clue here. And let's see. So this is connected to here. So we have found all the locations that are connected to this Mouth of Kenyon. Okay. So let's see here. We could spend an action to move. Oops. I guess we could, let's see, this is connected to here. This is connected to here as well. 7 cards left in the exploration deck. I think I'm going to just... I think I'm just going to explore. Okay, let's do that. Hey, that is not connected. Deep Dark, okay. Alright, so Deep Dark is pretty much pointless, so that's fine. Let's explore again, I guess. Okay. So that was the problem. That's the problem child right there. Oh, crap. There's nothing I can do about it, so we're testing 4v3 here. Yeah. And then Rook will die and I'll take a damage. Okay. And last action... I don't think so. I think the only other card is Entombed. I think so. So we're going to explore last action. Oh, there it is, Pitfall. Okay, yeah, I would have had to have taken a damage as well. Okay, so I have to pass this test or I die. And of course. Having no health to work with and all these agility tests that deal us damage is really brutal. So, yeah. So we'd have 5 physical trauma. Yeah. I don't really want to do this again. I mean, like we could have probably like just waited to use Pendant and then tried to move out, but yeah, it was a little rough. That was rough. I don't imagine any of our other runs are gonna be much better than that, so yeah. Yeah, I worry about it too. The amnesia was so brutal. That's what screws us, is that we have to play around the amnesia the entire time, so we can't really set up at all. I do at least get a victory point, right? Because I have to drop my clue here. So let's see here. So I was defeated. We did not rescue Alejandro, so we go to resolution 2. The Harbinger is not alive, or the Harbinger is alive, but we haven't dealt him any damage. I am, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna play City of Archives too. And then I would earn 1 victory point. Right. So this would have a clue on it, and then that has a victory point. Yeah.